Hey, how's it going? And welcome to the last episode of the Shattered Relics League. We are currently sitting at about 52.1k points, and the goal is to be in Dragon by the end of the league, which is just a constantly increasing threshold based on the top 1% of players in terms of league points. At the moment, Dragon is about 47.8k points, but the threshold's constantly going up, and I feel like with the weekend coming up, and especially on the last day, I feel like there's gonna be like these surges of points that are gonna increase the threshold by a lot, and I won't be able to play for the next 5 days because I have friends coming into town, although I will be back for the last day or like the last half a day of the league. And it'd be pretty cool to be there like when the league's ending with the countdown timer and everyone going crazy dropping all their items. So the goal, is just to get as many points as possible. Right now, it seems like the threshold's been going up by about 600 per day, which means if it keeps up that pace, which I don't think it will, I think it's going to be like a little bit more because of the last day, that would put it at like 52 to 53k points by the end of the league. Which is pretty much where I'm at. So I'm a bit worried about not making it into Dragon, but right here is at least a task that we can do. Checking the Redwood tree is 125 league points. I'm going to wait till the last day of the league just in case I need the Tentacle Whip for something else, but there is also a league task to enhance the Trident. So on the last day, I'll dissolve the whip and get those extra points. One of my goals is to be able to afford the Crystal Crown, but for that, we would need 250 million GP, which right now you can see my cash stack is at 27 mil. Using the Maniac fragment, I'll get 50% more GP for all the things that I alch. And I've been saving a bunch of items in the bank, like a bunch of rune items. I know I have a bunch of battle staves too. So I want to alch as many things as possible and see how close that's going to get me to the 250 mil cash stack. Here's the items I came up with so far. If we do a price check, it'll alch for probably about 50% more than what the GE value for all this stuff is. Actually, the battle staves are alch for a lot less than the GE value, but we'll end up with a little bit of GP after this. But I think the bulk of the stuff that I'm going to alch is going to be on the last day of the league. Like a lot of the armor stuff, like just this year, for example, I alch for 2.7 mil plus 50%. And also on the last day, I'll sell all my runes as well to like Ali and get a bunch of GP for them. But I do want to keep the armor and the runes just in the off chance that me and the boys want to do like TOB or chambers or something. I don't know. Oh, I got a Pharaoh Scepter. I started doing Pyramid Plunder because there's tasks to thieve the last room 50 times. And 100 times, which I want to go for, and 250, but I don't want to do that one. I kind of just want to do some tasks that weren't RNG based, so that's why I'm doing this. It's just a guaranteed thing that will take me like 2.5 hours to do for 50, that is. I think I'm going to average like 20 per hour, so it's still going to take a while, but at least I don't have to think. Yay, we got one of these tasks done to complete it 50 times as 125 league points. Oh, it just like immediately logged me in, so I didn't get the chance to like see that log. That's really weird, it didn't show me the login screen, but I am back. It is actually just a few hours before the league ends. It's 7:30 p.m. and I believe the game update happens at 3:30 a.m. my time, or maybe it's 2:30. Daylight saving just happened, so I'm still a little bit confused about the hours. I'm currently sitting at 52.4k points. And at the moment in the league's Discord, it says that 51,855 is what the Dragon threshold is. So it's looking pretty good. While my friends were in town over the last few days, here and there, I was just kind of checking the league's Discord on my phone to see what the threshold was at. And for the first few days, it was going up by like 400 to 500, I think, for a couple days. But then it went up by like 700 one day, and then today in the last 24 hours it's gone up by like 1,000. I feel like there's gonna be a bunch of people with alts just sitting at the Rune Dragon border ready to equip a full set of Zenites, do their first raid, etc, etc. But no, I think I should be pretty good here. Of course, I do have that guaranteed task I can do to just enhance the Trident, so that'll be 250 more points, and possibly I might be able to afford the Crystal Crown too, which will be another 250 league points. But yeah, this is my first time just even turning on the computer in like 4 or 5 days. Actually, no, I did turn on once just to check something for like 2 minutes. But yeah, basically have not been on the computer in 5 days. I've not logged into RuneScape at all this whole time. But I'm just going to scroll through my bank here just for like future reference because I like to document everything. So I'll scroll through before I like start alching all the big ticket items and whatnot just so you can see what I had. I know the whole thing's just a huge mess. I haven't really had a reason to drop items or go through and organize everything. Except for this tab, I did kind of like try to put like all the drops into one tab, like all the boss drops and stuff, or all the cool uniques, I guess, in here. So much to do, so little time. Not really. I mean, there is so little time, but I don't really have that much to do. Should we go for the... No, let's do the Infernal Cape later. I guess I'll start by just like selling these runes. Here's my stacks of runes. I'm gonna sell them to Ali and we'll see how much GP we end up with. Oh, dude, I haven't done the freaking mini quest thing, so I can't sell them to him. Oh my god, there's this plugin from the plugin hub on RuneLite called Rune Doku Helper, which means I no longer have to use one of those online Sudoku puzzle solver things every time I do this on a new account. And let's see, like magic. Should be done. We should be able to sell the runes. I don't know if it'd be better to like sell these in the wildy or something, but I really don't care. Let's start selling the runes. The perk of selling your runes to Ali is that the price is always static for both buying and selling. It never changes no matter what the stock is. I didn't do the math, but I just thought I would have ended up with more than this, but we still got about 14 mil from all the runes. Well, as you can see, it's been a few hours and we are logging back in. It is currently about midnight, so like 2 or 3 hours left or something. And we're actually gonna wrap up the league by doing a LAN party with my favorite YouTuber, Spookdog, over here. Can you see her? Kind of, maybe like that, okay. But we just got, I know I probably look like someone who's done a lot of weed in my life, but I actually never have, believe it or not. I have no reason to lie because it's legal here, recreational. But I tried it for the first time a few days ago, and it's gonna be Spookdog's first time trying it today, so. You ready?
Oh, and we're just doing half of one.
Yeah, the whole thing is 5 milligrams. I mean, if you have a tolerance, then you probably know that's like nothing, but cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, let's get gaming. If you want to see my first time doing it, you can check out the IRL channel, by the way, linked in every video description. Anyways, we need to make some more GP. Now, we'll do that later. First, let's do the tentacle whip thing. I've never dissolved a tentacle whip before. As you probably know, I am not a degenerate staker on my main for dissolve a tentacle. Here we go. The whip will be lost, but we should get the tent back. Yes. Okay, let's see. Tents. This just looks ridiculous having so many Kraken tentacles in my inventory. Let's grab out a trident. Doesn't need to be uncharged, maybe. Wait, no, we're doing this one, yes. Okay. Oh, do I have to bring it to like leave McCracken? Do we just use the tentacles on her? Okay, yes. Give them to her. And now I can hand her the trident, hand it to Leave McCracken, not to be confused with her husband, Phil. And there we go, 250 more league points to enhance the Trident of the Seas. An item I've actually never owned or equipped on any account before. That's cool, I like that color a lot. And you can see we're now at 52,650. And if we look at the league rankings, people are like constantly updating this now. Before it was just like a few times a day, maybe people would sporadically update it, but it's just constantly people updating this thing. It's at 52,130, so we should be good. But I want to fill up my inventory with all these cool items and stuff for the thumbnail. I think that would look really cool. Oh, it changes color when you charge it, so that's what it looks like now. This is like a really specific thing to do, but I'm just gonna like make all these god swords or all the god sword shards into like different pieces of the blade. And with this smithing double fragment, I do have a chance to get 2 of them. And plus I think it would just look cool to have like all 4 of the completed god swords in my inventory at once for the thumbnail. Oh, there we go, we got 2 of them right there. And I think it might be like more GP, that's just shard 1 too. It might be like more GP value for alching as well, especially if we end up getting double some of these. And it looks like I ended up with 5 Godsword blades from that, which will out for 450k each. And then like the Zami hilt, for example, is 300k, so that would be 750k. Is this more or less than 750? Oh, it's the same, okay. I don't know, there's so many good options of like things to put in my inventory, but I'll probably, yeah, I'll just go with this. I'll like reorganize it. I mean, you'll see it in the thumbnail, so yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna gamble the Infernal Cape.
Good luck.
Here we go. Remember doing this last league too, I wasn't lucky. Yes, I accept. Sad.
Wow, never lucky.
I got a cat though. I want to check how many pets I got this league, so let's take a look. The only one I had beforehand was the Bandos pet, and now I have 6 pets. Well, yeah, all the ones except Bandos are the ones I got this league. That's kind of actually a lot for just like less than 2 months of playing, considering pet drop rates are not increased in the league. Well, I guess that one doesn't really count. I mean, like, it kind of is faster for some of them technically, like for Rift Guardian, because you could teleport straight to the altar. That does make it faster, but like the odds aren't changed. I guess Skos is a free pet too, but still like crazy that I got these 3. I'm getting so sentimental with these items, even though like I barely had them. I haven't really even used most of them, and they're all going to disappear in just a couple hours anyways. So it has to start somewhere. Let's start by alching Justiciar legs because they alch for a lot. And we got 4. I do have the Alchemaniac fragment equipped, of course. It's all going away. It's all about to be gone. I won't get to be one of the cool kids dropping my items on the ground. But then again, like, no one really knows who exactly drops what. So I can just pretend like I dropped all my items and I'm part of the party. Okay, that's crazy. I have 3 variations of the Fury. Man, just like looking through each of these items, each item is just like a different story, and each item is a different memory. I found 2 things to do: a crystal impling, no, and then a Laren's key. One last rush. No. I was messing around with the bank plugin, and there's this one to show the high alchemy price, and that's the high alch value of every single item in the bank. And well, I guess this tab includes everything, and that means if I were to alch my whole entire bank, every single item, including like these things that I have thousands of or hundreds of or whatever, that would all only high alch to be 102 mil. And this is what I have already. You can see the 32 mil. I wish I thought of this earlier, but I didn't think like it would be so little GP I got at this point. Wait, it's not even that much, because if I take out the GP, oh wow, that's yeah, I couldn't even. Well, I may be broke, but I'm also poor. Well, actually, if I have anything less than 250 mil at this point, I would just consider myself poor. But what I do still have is my dignity. Wait, take the cape off. My dignity. I do still have one last asset, you could say. Well, I thought I would have been closer to 250 mil GP, and then I could have showed you a really cool thing with the max cape, but 250 mil isn't going to happen. But what I was going to show you is that you can sell the max cape back for 80% of the GP back, which is 1.8 mil. And also the main reason I didn't make the Infernal max cape was because you can't gamble the cape when you add the max cape cosmetic upgrade to it, and there's no way to uncombine them together, so you basically just miss out on a chance for the pet. Do I have any Barb Assault gambles? I don't even know how to check. I've never done a gamble before. High gamble. It's 500 honor points for a roll, and I only have 1 roll at least 500, which is attacker, so accept attacker, and I get the pet. Sick. No, I just checked the old school website, and I've now learned that the time for me that it ends is not 3:30, and it's not 2:30 because of daylight saving. It's actually 4:30 a.m. for me. So I don't know if I'm gonna stay up that late. I don't know if I can do it, or that I want to do it. Have a I got a long day of work tomorrow. It's been a long day today. I have to catch up. I have done an insane task: unlock all catacombs entrances for 5 league points. I'm getting desperate because I keep seeing the threshold go up more and more, and at this point I'm just like barely 300 points in. I don't know. I'm scared like when the league ends, a bunch of people are gonna log out and like gain a bunch of points when that happens. And my last Shades of Morton key. No. Let's give this guy 5 dragon stones. And we just got another task done. Obtain the temple key, 25 league points. Oh please, please, please. Did I do it? Oh my god. I came back for 1 corrupt gauntlet, and because I saw there's a 250 point league task to beat 5 minutes, and I just got that first try. I'm so happy, dude. I was getting like so nervous, but I think with this extra 250 points, I'm feeling a lot more confident now. At the moment, it is 3:20 a.m. and let's see, in the Discord server, 52.4k is the threshold. So I'm over 500 into it. I'm feeling pretty good now. And with that, I truly feel like that was the last task that I'll like be able to do, like that I have time for, and that just isn't a waste of time for some like crazy RNG stuff. Oops, I forgot to check the chest. Where's my thing? I had a lot of fun this league, and just like with the others, there are always mistakes with them and things that need to be fixed, but overall, I had a good time, which, I mean, you are getting a biased perspective if you're watching a league's video, because if I wasn't having fun, then I wouldn't be making this video. If I had to rank the leagues overall for like enjoyment, design, etc., I would put Trailblazer at number 1, Shattered Relics at number 2, and then Twisted last. These are just my opinions, but to me, Twisted was just too restrictive and too repetitive, but it was the first league, so there was a lot of testing the waters kind of thing. Shattered Relics was like the opposite of Twisted, since there were basically no restrictions. It was meant to be about carefully choosing the order that you unlock things and how that order would affect your gameplay. Like at the start, you got to choose between whether you want to be a ranger, major, or meleeer. And I thought that choosing a class would actually mean something for your account, but it turned out it meant nothing, seeing as you would unlock your second skill in like 5 minutes, and within an hour you could practically unlock like 4 skills. In the end, it basically ended up being like an open world private server, which I'm not saying is necessarily a bad thing, that's just what it felt like to me. However, that does mean 2 things. There's no replayability, and everyone has the same gameplay experience, which is the reason why I didn't play on my group Iron Man. It would just be the same thing all over again. Like, it was fun to do it the first time, but I wouldn't want to just repeat exactly what I did. And that's something I think Trailblazer did right, and why, for me, Trailblazer was the best experience out of all the leagues so far. In Trailblazer, each person was able to tailor their gameplay experience to what they personally enjoy, and by making it somewhat restrictive, it made you think outside the box to do activities you wouldn't normally do, to unlock gear you wouldn't normally use. And it was cool to see people running around with completely random combinations of gear, because what was best in slot for one person wouldn't be possible for other people. Granted, in this league, it still wasn't like the traditional max strength gear, because of fragments like Bandoji and Might, which was cool and made you go for items like Bandos boots, for example, or made you do clues for Bandos items, but everyone had basically the same experience and ran around in very similar gear. Don't get me wrong though, I did have a lot of fun, and I made a lot of good memories and had a lot of good experiences and had fun with friends. And if you've watched my videos, you know it's not very hard for me to have fun playing RuneScape. I'll probably enjoy like whatever game mode or activities you throw at me. There is currently just under 1 hour left of the league, but unfortunately I'm going to be calling it a night because I am exhausted. But as for the time played, it does add it up between all the leagues, but my total time played across all leagues is about 76 days, and when I started this league, I was like a little bit under 49 days, which means in total, never mind, I don't want to think about it. I'm probably going to wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats, or like in just a couple hours, after having a bad nightmare about everyone who has all those alt accounts at the Rune Dragon border ready to equip all the Zenites and God Wars armor to collect all the points and solo raise the threshold by 2k league points. But then I'll wake up at like 6 a.m. and I'll look at my phone and I'll breathe a sigh of relief, and everything is going to be okay because I'll make it to Dragon. We gotta keep that positive energy as I go to bed. In the morning, we'll take a look at the accounts like final high scores, and we'll see what the rank was, and log into the main game and equip the hopefully Dragon Cup, the Shattered Relics one. But until then, I'm signing out of Shattered Relics for the last time. Goodbye and good night. Wait, okay, I lied. It's just a few minutes later. I just edited a bunch of clips, and I know there's gotta be a bunch of people around here in this world. This is world 500. Let me organize these. And like all the other league worlds have like 20 or 30 people, except this one has like over 600 people. As you can see, they're all here they all are. Yeah, look at all the people, dude. Oh, there's so many, but I want to go. Yeah, it's pretty much just this for the next 45 minutes, except that, well, there's gonna be like a bunch of items on the ground, but yeah, okay, I just want to see that. Okay, now, good night. The league has ended and I am back in the main game. Oh, looks like last time I logged in, I just did the birthday event. So it turns out I did, in fact, end up making it into Dragon. According to the news update from today, they show the thresholds here. Dragon ended up being 52,545. I don't know if this might be subject to change, so maybe it could have possibly changed slightly, but that's 545 and I was at 930. I was pretty well into it, so with that, let's go collect the Dragon Cup. Oh, the guy's not here anymore. Looks like he's in Catherby now. Okay, League's Tutor, claim trophies, And there we go, the Shattered Relics Dragon Trophy. Here's the Twisted Trophy, the Trailblazer Trophy, and now the Shattered Relics Dragon Trophy. God, I'm such a loser. And then here's the high scores. Once again, just for future reference, especially because I think once the next league comes out, the high scores from the previous league just get deleted, and I don't think they're saved anywhere. So just showing all these in case you ever want to look back. If this was your first time watching my videos, I normally play various Ironman modes, currently working on Group Ironman, so if that interests you, then feel free to check out that series, which I am going to be back with in just a few days. But with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you coming along with me on this journey through Leagues 3 Shattered Relics.